Okay, hello and welcome to Attack on Titan chapter 135. Oh, I see the title already apparently. Okay, doesn't matter. But yeah, so this chapter came out way earlier than I was expecting. Because it's November, well, it was November, I decided to do no shave and I haven't bothered like shaving or cutting my hair or anything like that. I was planning to do all of that over the weekend to look nice and clean for the chapter that I assumed was going to come out around Monday, because that's what the general consensus seemed to be. But yeah, no, this this fucking snuck up on me. Not only is it out today, which is way earlier, I wasn't expecting it out for at least another like 2 hours. So not only is the day earlier, but the hours earlier as well. So I was completely caught off guard. So you're just gonna have to deal with hairy me for today, I'm afraid, because I didn't have time to clean up before the chapter came out. So yeah, last chapter felt ridiculously short because there was a lot of action panels. I'm hoping this one doesn't feel as short because I want a lot of bang for my buck in these last few chapters, right? But yeah, I don't want to waste too much time. So if you want to go straight to the reaction, you can go ahead and go to the link in the description. There will be a link to the reaction on Vimeo along with... Oh, I have an air freshener in my room, an automatic one. So if you hear an occasional weird noise, that'll be what it is. But yeah, the link will be down there. I do have some things I want to quickly talk about first before I get into the reaction. But so if you care about my channel and you're a regular watcher or you're going to subscribe, I'd recommend sticking around just for a minute to listen to this bit. If you don't care about that, then you can go ahead and go straight to the reaction. But yeah, quickly before I get into the video, the system I've been using recently is to upload the discussions onto YouTube and the reactions onto Vimeo, which has been extremely successful so far. It's been really good, but it comes with a few issues. First of all, you have to pay money to upload to Vimeo, which is a problem for me because I'm young, I don't have many sources of income, I'm not exactly the richest person in the world, so having to pay to upload is a kind of a big deal. And secondly, because having the reaction is obviously the main part of the video, right? As much as I'd like to think lots of people stick around for the discussion, I imagine the majority of people watch the reaction and then leave. So when it comes to my YouTube channel, having the majority of the content people actually watch not be on YouTube is kind of problematic for my channel, right? So in the future, now that I've kind of gotten into a steady rhythm, because my main goal with Vimeo was just to get back into a rhythm of actually uploading. Now that I've gotten into that rhythm, I'm going to try to figure out ways in which I can move my reaction content back onto YouTube. Such as using filters and lower audio and maybe transparency, mirroring, those kinds of tricks. I'm not sure how it all works yet, so if you have any advice, feel free to leave it in the comments. Stuff like putting a filter over, or like mirroring it with the subtitles not mirrored, transparency, stuff like that can maybe allow me to get stuff onto YouTube without getting copyright struck into oblivion. I want to do live reactions to My Hero Academia Season 5 when that begins airing, and being able to post those on YouTube would be great. But of course, with My Hero being a very popular show that will be airing live, I imagine copyright's going to be a total bitch for that, right? So I need to be very careful about that and not rush into it. So I'm going to use Hunter x Hunter kind of as a testing ground before My Hero begins airing. So yeah, so if you start seeing reactions posted on YouTube, that's why. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to pull it off yet. It might not even be for a couple months that I even attempt it, but I'm just letting you guys know. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's get into the chapter. So yeah, link will be in the description and I will see you there. Okay, we are back to YouTube and we're doing the discussion. What a chapter this was, man. This was so cool. This was such a cool chapter. I really loved this. Wow. But yeah, let's get into this. So first of all, the chapter starts with Ymir, right? And I suppose on the one hand, I wonder if this has any meaning. Like, I wonder if this has any... Of course, the obvious meaning is that it's just here to show us that Ymir is going to be important to this chapter. But I wonder if showing this panel in particular of her freeing the pigs is meant to have any significance. Like, I wonder if they're showing this panel in particular for a specific reason. But yeah. And then we see everyone just climbing over the spines, and Ymir is watching over. And here we have Zeke's Beast Titan. Okay, so we do have confirmation once and for all. Ymir, it seems, created this Beast Titan body. Created this Beast Titan body and used it herself, right? Which makes sense. Because according to this chapter, she can manifest the bodies of all past Titan shifters, which makes sense, right? Of course she can. She is Ymir. She can do whatever the fuck she wants with Titans, right? So it makes sense that this would happen. But wow, it's cool. I didn't expect this, and it's so cool. Oh man. But yeah, they are. I think we did get confirmation though that they aren't controlling their own wills, and we'll get to that later. So it seems that Ymir is probably the one controlling them, potentially. Either that or she's enslaving the minds of the Titan shifters to do her bidding. That's also possible, because it is the founding Titan. She can do basically whatever she wants. Yeah, and then this is a really bad spot, man, because as I was explaining, just one Titan shifter on their own is a serious problem. I mean, you remember how much trouble Annie's Titan caused? But here's the thing. I just thought of something. So far, we've only seen it manifest the bodies of Titans who are dead. Like, we haven't seen Reiner versus Reiner. We haven't seen Piek versus Piek. We've only seen it manifest Titans who are already dead. And granted, that could be a coincidence. But, I mean, again, Ymir's power, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. I'm sure she could manifest the Titan bodies of Titans who are alive if she wanted to. But the fact that she's so far only seems to be manifesting the bodies of Titans who have already died does have me worried. It does have me worried for Zeke. Oh, it does have me worried for Zeke. Because if she is only manifesting the bodies of Titans who have died, that does have me worried that, that maybe Zeke isn't in this world anymore, And as explained here, Armin can't just nuke the area because Eren would be expecting that and he'd protect himself. I talked earlier about how I don't think there's an actual in-world explanation, and they gave it to us, so thank you very much for that. But yeah. And then we have Armin thinking about sacrifice. I know we can't change anything without sacrifice, then I have to throw away my sweet hopes. I should. Eren. Oh man. And yeah, thinking about, Erwin and his willingness to sacrifice and all that good stuff. But what's he going to sacrifice? Is he going to sacrifice Eren? Is he going to sacrifice himself? Like, what's the plan here, man? Oh, this is... And yeah. But yeah, we've seen this a lot from Armin, right? The whole conflict of it should have been Erwin who survived, not Armin. And Armin, trying to become more like Erwin, risking his own life to get Connie back with his mum, and trying to do what he thinks Erwin would do, right? And we're seeing a lot of that, which does worry me, because Erwin's whole thing was sacrifice and gambles and stuff like that, which makes me worry about the conclusion of Armin's arc, because if his arc is to become more like Erwin, well, we know what happened to Erwin in the end, right? And even if we don't count Erwin's death, we do know he was one to sacrifice the things he cared about for the sake of victory, right? Sacrificing people, giving up on things, right? For the greater cause. Eventually, his own life in the end. So yeah, this does definitely have me worried for where Armin's character is going to go, but I'm interested to see it. Oh man, and then yeah, this... Whatever Titan this is, we still didn't get a full look of it. Just comes and grabs Armin and sticks its weird tongue into his mouth to stop him from biting his tongue and transforming. And then yeah, Ymir. Ymir is the one controlling all of this, not Eren. Which is interesting. So that is interesting. So if Ymir wasn't here, if Ymir had completely given her power to Eren and she was completely useless now and had no power, does that imply that if she wasn't here, Eren wouldn't be doing this? Like, if Ymir wasn't here, would Eren just allow them to come here and do whatever the hell they wanted and kill him even? I mean, it does make sense, right? It does kind of seem like the vibes he gave off last chapter, where it's like, I don't care what you do as long as you're free to do it. You're free to come and challenge and kill me. I'm okay with that as long as you have your own free will and your own Which does make me wonder if Ymir tries... It seems as though Ymir isn't interfering with that. Ymir isn't taking away their free will. In theory, Ymir would be able to prevent them from using their Titan forms, right? In theory. So the fact that she isn't do that implies that she isn't going against Eren's wishes of no free will. Of free will, sorry. She isn't doing that. She isn't controlling their minds. She isn't preventing them from using their Titan. She isn't impeding their free will, which is what Eren would want. Now, what I wonder, is that a coincidence? Or is she doing that intentionally? Is she doing that intentionally because... Okay, I can see three possibilities. Possibility one is that the reason Ymir is doing this is because she doesn't have her full powers. She doesn't have her full capabilities of mind wiping and controlling and all that stuff. And so what she's doing here is just the most she can do with her abilities. Option two is that she does have the ability to do all that stuff, but she's choosing not to because she's complying with Eren's desire for freedom, which makes sense, right? And option three is that she can do that, and she will do that, she just hasn't done it yet by pure coincidence. Which makes me wonder, if she does do that, then what will happen with Eren? Because Eren would not be happy about that, right? So, it does make me wonder. There are a lot of possibilities here. Yeah. And then the Titan shifters from the past. And I fucking called that. I called that. But yeah. And then we have Yonkapon down here, who is unconscious, but alive at least. And we have all the families watching. I'm sure they can't see from there, right? I mean, I guess since Titans are big, maybe, but that seems way too far away to actually see what's going on. And yeah, the rumbling is still moving forward. The military is going to get in their cannons. We need to remember that. That's something that got brought up that we shouldn't forget about, that the military is going to bring up their they are going to use their cannons. Only a couple of them, but they did mention that. That is a Chekhov's gun, I imagine. Or something similar to that. Foreshadowing, I guess, would be a better way of describing it. Where we didn't see anything from the cannons this chapter. So... it would be pretty cool if a decisive blow was done by the Malayan soldiers. That would be kind of cool. Like, not the decisive blow necessarily, but a very... my damn air freshener. But a very pivotal blow, a very pivotal amount of damage was done by just a soldier, right? And I'm sure a lot of people probably wouldn't like that because, oh, this random person doesn't even have a name, is doing serious damage to blah 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 blah. That's bullshit. It's like, I think that would be cool. Again, not the finishing blow, but I think having a random nameless soldier doing a pretty important thing would be pretty cool, and would also kind of be symbolic, right, of the world fighting back. This random nameless person that we don't know, he's still a person, and he is still fighting back for his own life and his own freedom. I think that would be pretty cool, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Because I think we've gotten past the point where things are going to be useless, if that makes sense. Before, we've gotten into the stage where anything that happens is probably going to be useful. I don't know if I'm explaining that in a good way, but think of it from a storytelling perspective. You have the build-up where the heroes try to do stuff, but it doesn't work and they fail and their plans fall apart, but then at the end, things actually start to come together, things start working their way and they win. You know, that's generally how storytelling works. Things at first don't work, things fail, things fall apart, things don't go as planned, but then towards the end, things start to come together and they are victorious. I feel like we're past that stage now. I feel like we're past the stage where things aren't going to work. We already saw that with the blimps and how they just got completely annihilated. We've seen that with lots of things so far, just the heroes failing and their plans falling apart. So I feel like if at this stage, if the cannons do get used, they are going to be effective. I don't know how they're going to be effective. I don't know, like, in what regard, like what they're going to do exactly, but I feel like we're past that point of things being completely ineffective now. From a storytelling point, we're kind of past that beat in the story. So I feel like when these cannons are used, they are going to be useful. I don't know how useful, but I think they are going to be useful to some degree. I think instead of doing damage to the founding Titan or anything, it's more likely they're going to help in a small way. Like, Levi's about to be eaten by a Titan, and one of the cannons, boom, boops in and kills a Titan, and Levi's sick, and he goes and delivers the final blow. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm just saying... I think it's more likely they'd be used in a way like that, where they don't deliver the final blow or anything, but maybe they do something small which helps in that, you know what I mean? But yeah. And then all this stuff, these Titan designs are so cool, man. I like how I was saying in the reaction, it really does feel like ECM was like, okay, we're at the end of the story, the end of the road. Let's just go all out and use all the Titan designs I have left in my head in these final few chapters. And I am 100% behind that. I could not be more behind that. And yeah, they're all fighting. And this is such a dangerous spot to be in, as I was explaining before, because just one Titan shifter is a huge threat. We haven't seen any living Titan shifters appear though, which is interesting. We've only seen dead ones, you know? If she can create living ones, that poses a problem. In fact, it doesn't even need to pose a problem. I was about to say it poses a problem because that would mean that Ymir would be able to recreate Falco's Titan, the Flying Titan, which would be a problem. But she doesn't even need to do that. The reason Falco even knew he could fly to begin with was because he got memories of a past shifter user, right, who was flying above the clouds. A Beast Titan, presumably. So, yeah, if that's the case, then it wouldn't really matter because she could just create that Flying Titan anyway. But yeah, I would expect she probably could create a Flying Titan of some sort to cause some trouble with Falco. But Falco being a combination of the Flying Beast Titan and the Jaw Titan would give it an advantage because it has 2 Titan powers rather than just 1, which is good at least. Ooh. And yeah, and Armin's been taken away. He's not been injured though to prevent him from transforming, which makes sense. I think they said they took him away towards the rear, not forward, which, I mean, of course, you're not going to take Armin towards the front of the Titan. And what I was mentioning before, similar to my logic with Flock and them, right? There was this question of, can you even beat the rumbling, right? What if Eren just chooses to click his fingers and all of a sudden Reiner and Jean and all the Eldians just go back home because they're mind controlled by the Founding Titan? And that was a big question back then. I don't know if that was a big question for the community, but it was a big question for me. And I came to the conclusion that there must be a way to beat Eren because the Jaegerists were preventing them from getting the flying boat. And if they needed to protect Eren, that means that to some degree Eren needs protecting. He's not invincible, because if he was invincible, they wouldn't bother protecting him, right? So the fact he needed any level of protection at all means that there is a way to kill him. And I think that's even more so the case here, because Ymir is literally the Founding Titan. She presumably knows all there is to know about Titans and the Founding Titan ability. So if she is going out of her way to protect Eren right now, then that means there must be a way to defeat Eren. Because if the Founding Titan was unbeatable, then surely Ymir of all people would know that, right? So the fact that Ymir herself is going out of her way to protect Eren right now means there must be some way to beat Eren. Otherwise she wouldn't bother, right? She wouldn't bother protecting Eren. Because she of all people, if the Founding Titan was invincible, she of all people would know that, because she is literally the original Founding Titan. But yeah. And then, yeah, this is bad. All these Titans. This is, like, even Levi isn't in a good spot here. This Titan here in the middle, it kind of looks like a weird crocodile thing. I wonder if that's a Jaw Titan or a Beast Titan, because it certainly looks like a Jaw Titan, right, with its big jaw. It could also be a Cart Titan. That's also a possibility. It could also be a Cart Titan, potentially. And what's this in the back, which has, like, things popping out of his head? There's so many cool designs here, man. Oh, I just want to see as many of these designs as possible. I want 10 chapters of just fighting these Titan shifters. Not really, but you get what I mean. I just really like these designs. Yeah. I don't know if any of them possess consciousness of their past shifters. I don't think they do. We'll get into that later. Yeah. And then Pieck, she doesn't care about Eren, so she just charges forward with the bombs. And, okay, she wraps the explosives around the nape, and the Warhammer Titan stops her, which is interesting. I talked about this in my reaction, and I'm going to build on the point I just made. There's 2 options here. Option 1, the Warhammer Titan attacked Pieck for the same reason it attacked all the others. It just wanted to attack Pieck, and the fact that she happened to be placing explosives around the neck has nothing to do with why she was attacked, and it's just a coincidence. That's option 1. That her current situation of placing the bombs around the neck has nothing to do with why she was attacked. She just happens to be attacked at that point in time. It's a coincidence. But option 2, using the same logic I did before, the Warhammer Titan is preventing Pieck from using the explosives. And if she's preventing Pieck from using the explosives, that means the explosives are actually a problem which needs to be protected from. You get what I'm saying? Which is interesting. Which means that blowing those up would actually do some damage, presumably. To the extent that Ymir presumably went out of her way to prevent her from doing it. I'm surprised that the Founding Titan doesn't just kill Pieck right now, though. Like, what's stopping her from just... you know? I mean, a lot of time passes between here and the end of the chapter, so I'm surprised she hasn't just killed Pieck already. I suppose that's just a bit of a convenience, right? Pieck, but yeah. This is kind of, I feel like Pieck has a very high possibility of dying in this battle, very high. I've been worried about her dying for a long time now. Like, out of all the characters, she's one of the ones I think is most likely to get killed off, potentially, which is worrying. And I feel if there was a time for her to die, her sacrificing herself to set off the bombs makes a lot of sense, right? And then Porco versus Reiner here. Yeah, this is a really bad matchup for Reiner. A really, like... Of all the possible matchups, the Jaw Titan is about the worst matchup you could possibly get for Reiner. Like, it's just a terrible matchup for him. And yeah, man. Yeah. Jeez, this is such a bad situation. And then, yeah. Oh, yeah, and then Levi saves Jean from this other Jaw Titan, which isn't... I thought it was Marcel at first, but it doesn't look the same as Marcel's Titan. Marcel's Titan has a different, like, facial hair and stuff. Yeah, man. And then you can see Piecken over there by the nape in the distance. Oh, man, this is just absolute chaos. All these different Titans, including this cool Beast Titan with antlers, which is... This is going to be... Can you imagine? Can you imagine what the anime version of this is going to be like? The anime is coming out... The first episode of the anime is going to come out in a few days. That's fucking awesome. I'm so excited for that. That's going to be so cool. I'm not going to do reactions to that because I don't really see the point. I've read the manga. And while doing reactions to that would probably get me a lot of views, it would probably help out my channel a lot. And it would just feel pointless to do reactions to that. I mean, unless people really wanted me to, but even then that's a lot of work for something that I don't think would really have any real reason to exist. But yeah, out of that side note. Yeah. And then Armin's questioning about if Eren's trying to... Armin figures out that Ymir is the one who did, and then we get this. Bertolt showing up. And this is why I think the Titan Shifters aren't in control of their own wills, most likely. Because Bertolt is here with Armin, and then the Colossal Titan appears. It is fitting, though, right? It makes sense that the iconic Titan would show up for the final battle. It makes sense that would happen, right? The iconic Titan showing up for the final conflict. It only makes sense. Damn, though, the fact that the Colossal Titan can bite down on the Armored Titan like that, like, damn, those must be some strong jaws. But yeah. Oh, I have so many ideas racing through my mind right now. There's a few different possibilities here, right? Bertolt is here. He showed up now. Now, let's go for possibility number one, which is that it's a coincidence. Bertolt appeared now for thematic purposes because the Colossal Titan is appearing. In world, the Colossal Titan appearing now and Bertolt appearing now are not related. That's not related in world. It's just a thematic thing of he's appearing now because the Colossal Titan's appearing now from a story thematic perspective, not from an actual in-world perspective. That's possibility number one. But possibility number two is that he is here because the Colossal Titan is here. From an in-world perspective, like the Colossal Titan is here, and that's why Bertolt is here, in-world. And this is kind of the reason why I don't think the Titan Shifters are in control of their own will, because Bertolt is here and he's crying and he's with Armin. He doesn't seem to be controlling the Colossal Titan himself, right? He seems to be here with Armin, which would imply he's not controlling the Colossal Titan himself, you know? And if he was controlling the Colossal Titan himself, I doubt he'd go directly after Reiner. So the two possibilities are that either Ymir is directly controlling the Titan shifters herself, as in she's controlling the Titan bodies, or option 2 is that she is controlling the Titan shifters, the humans, right? Option 1, basically, with a Titan shifter, you've got the human and then you've got the Titan right in there together. Either Ymir is controlling the Titan herself, or she's controlling the human who is controlling the Titan. Of course, there would be no human body, right? The human bodies wouldn't be in there. But I mean, she's controlling the mind of the human who is controlling the Titan. Or she's just skipping the human entirely and just controlling the Titan body directly. Which I feel like is possible given the fact that they're showing Bertolt here with Armin. And this is really cool because I'm super happy we're getting to see Bertolt again. I'm very happy about that. I want to see more of him. I feel like he's going to play a key role in the next few chapters. I feel like him and his Colossal Titan, I don't know what role he's going to play. Maybe he's... I don't know what role he's going to play, but I feel like he's going to play some kind of key role in the next few chapters, right? The fact they're bringing him here at all would imply that. I mean, they wouldn't show him here for no reason, right? So I assume he's going to play some kind of key role. And yeah, and then the Colossal Titan picks up, bites Reiner, but Jean, just in the nick of time, saves him, which is great. And then boom, throws him down. Reiner's mum sees. I have no fucking clue how she sees from this distance, but whatever. And yeah, he throws him, slams him down. Yeah, that is going to be quite the threat to overcome. But at least he's not mobile, I guess. At least he's stuck there. Those are some strong ribs to be able to hold up the Colossal Titan like that, my lord. But yeah, and then, yeah. Man, what a chapter this is. And then everyone's in a bad spot. You have Jean holding on to Reiner here with his 3D gear messed up. You have Levi who's injured and has his leg bitten. You have Connie who's on his last legs, it seems, already. And Mikasa seems to be the only one who's still in decent condition. And she was willing to go out on her own here, which is pretty cool. It's cool, this shot of like the wings behind Mikasa's back. Because even though it's obviously meant to show that Falco's arrived, it also is just a pretty cool image of, you know, having Mikasa there with the wings. It kind of almost makes it look like an angel of death, you know. Similar to that panel of Levi where his cape is all out and it's completely black from the blood. Oof. Oh man, but yeah. And then Falco's bird Titan looks so weird. It's cool, but it's so weird seeing a Titan that is just a massive bird. And it's also pretty cool from a symbolic perspective, because birds have always been a metaphor for freedom in this story, right? I don't have to explain that to you, that's pretty obvious. I talked a few chapters ago, many chapters ago actually, about the bird that we see flying around a lot, which is potentially a reference to a bird, I believe from Norse mythology, which witnesses the end of the world or something like that. But yeah, from a symbolic perspective, Falco being a giant bird, I'm interested to see if they use that in a symbolic way, because birds have always been a metaphor for freedom, so there is potential for a lot of meaning behind his Titan form depending on how he's used, right? The wings of freedom, quite literally, eh? And then Annie's here as well. Some reinforcements, some much needed reinforcements. Oh man, this was a good goddamn chapter. Oh, and it didn't feel short. Even better, it didn't feel short. Man, I'm really hungry right now. My stomach is rumbling really hard, and I'm also quite tired, and I want to get this chapter out, man. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I have anything else to say that I haven't already covered while watching. I'm sure it always happens. It always happens every single time I'll upload a reaction, and then like 2 hours after I upload the reaction, I'll be like, oh my god, why didn't I talk about that? That's so obvious. Why didn't I bring it up? But you gotta remember, this is my first time reading, right? I'm gonna miss stuff. I'm gonna not know this stuff. It's only natural for my first time reading. I don't have the privilege to be able to go back and reread it multiple times and talk to my friends and stuff. So I'm bound to miss stuff and forget to talk about stuff. But man, oh, and Gabby's there as well. I forgot about that. Gabby's also there. So we got Falco, Gabby, and Annie here, which is some pretty decent reinforcements. It seems as though Kiyomi got left behind though, as far as I can tell. I don't see her anywhere. Oh man, what are these next chapters going to be like? Oh, damn, even my voice is starting to get sore now from talking so much. I feel like I could probably talk a bit more about this if I wanted to, but my voice is starting to get sore, and I'm really fucking hungry and I want to get something to eat. And I want to get this chapter out, so I guess I'm just going to call it there. I can always talk in the comment sections with you guys, right? Discuss things, so yeah, I'll do that. So yeah, man, that was an awesome chapter. I really enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to the next chapter a lot now. And the new episode of the anime, that's coming out soon, right? I'm hyped for that. I hope it's really good, and I hope you guys enjoy it when it comes out as well. So I'll probably be down in the comments talking with you guys about the chapter. I might not be. I guess I'll have to see how things go tonight. But yeah, I'll call it there, I guess, because I need to go get something to eat and I need to edit this chapter and upload it and all that good stuff. So yeah, remember to subscribe if you want to be uploaded. If you want to be notified when I upload new stuff, because I don't have a schedule. Like I mentioned in the reaction, share if you want to help my channel grow, especially now. Sharing the video now, like on Reddit or wherever, social media, to help get the word out about this manga reaction would be super useful. Leaving a like and a comment would also be great. Just to help out. If you want to help out, it would be really useful. And thank you so much for watching. This was a great chapter, and I was very happy to be able to experience it with you lots for the first time. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.